Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see. How do I get this branding thing out of my way? Nope. There you go. That's how you get it out of the way. All right. Check. Hold on. Check 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. All right. All right. We're black in the building. Here we go. All right. What's going on, family? All right. Peace and divine name is supreme being. I want to greet everyone. Peace, peace, peace. All right. This hat is not working. I got this hat at the center stage yesterday, and it is not. I'm not feeling it. All right. Give me 1 second. Let me find me. All right. That should do it. Peace. How's everyone doing? All right. Of course, like I said, family, we're going to talking about the situation with Akon. Akon basically saying black people should get over slavery. In the meantime, between time, I want to thank everyone for giving any kind of donation that you've given, not only to Sirius Mindz here, but to black independent black media. Pardon me. Salute to the Sirius Mindz family. Peace. What's up, Quan? All right. We want to thank Quan. We got to do something special for Quan. Get her like some tall high heel shoes or something with some, I don't know, whatever. Something. I don't know. Maybe we can think of something. All right. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share, and all of those good things. And each one tell 3 other people that we're here, right here on Sirius Mindz RNTV. So shout out to the family that comes on every single night. The Dark Matter Think Tank. Preach. I still didn't get the book. Why don't you just text me, Dark Matter Think Tank? My phone number is 678-557-2919. Hit me up. I don't know what book you're talking about. I don't. Just text me. I'm here. My cell phone is right here. Just like, yo, hit me up. I've been answering orders all day. For real. All right. Josie Carmona. Joe Hamilton sent you a dub. Further action is required. Joseph Hamilton. Give thanks. I really appreciate the donations, brothers and sisters. Really appreciate that. All right. One other thing I'd like to say, just if y'all could just kind of bear with me, I'm trying to get my scruples here together. Can you repeat the number? I'll hit you up. Dark Matter 678-557-2919. Hit me up in about an hour after the show. I'll take care of that. I got you. All right. Some people asked me, man, they sent me some text messages. How come you never have guests on your show? I said, I invite people, but they never want to come on. So whoever y'all think I should interview, I'll have them on. Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah, I don't mind. Yo, whoever you are, sir_S. Yeah, I'm the wrong one to say check your DM, bro. I don't even do that. I don't even know how. People be sending me stuff on Facebook and IG. I'm like, I don't even know how to do that. I'll be honest with you. I'm not an old man, but I don't. Yo, if you send it to my cell phone, yeah, I could probably do that. Like Joe Hamilton. Thank you very much, good bro. Hakeem Terrell. Thank you very much. But seriously, I'm going to ask my daughter, how do you check this DM on this IG thing over there. I, no damn clue. People be like, yo, I hit you up. I'm like, nah, I don't see your name on my phone. Like, nah, I hit you up online, huh? I'm like, nah, man, I don't do that, bro. 678-557-2919. Just text me. Anyway, I want to talk about this Akon thing. And to be honest with you, I tried to kind of go over it in my head like, yeah. Anyway, we started it last night. We didn't get a chance to finish it, but we're going to talk about this. Enemies public, salute. Salute to all those serious mind individuals. Of course, y'all already know. And I need y'all to kind of say this to yourself. Serious minds attract serious minds. Black Dot Urban X. They're on right now. All right. Urban X is on right now. 9 o'clock hour. Serious minds attract serious minds. Seriously. All right. That was the mantra. That was the saying. That's what we kind of live for. Serious minds. If you raise the vibratory frequency of your serious minds, then your serious minds will send out that energy, that vibrational pitch that will attract serious minds. That's the way it works. All right. Transmutation of energy. Can anybody help me out with that? Can anybody expound on that? Nope. Somebody help me out. Last night we did mic check 1 2 1 2 where you submitted your songs and we kind of play them and critique them. It's every Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. We had to do it at 7. So we're going to resume back next week at 9 o'clock. All right. If you would like to participate or purchase any merchandise, pardon me, you can do that by going to www.professorgriff.me. All right. And let's make it happen. All right. It's the law of attraction. Of course, serious minds attract serious minds. That's why we have to keep raise this vibrational pitch of our thinking into the mind of the creator, into the thinking of the creator, into the thinking of God. All right. All right. Thank you very much. And it works. Robert E. Brown, thank you very much for the donation. Really appreciate you, Mr. Robert E. Brown. All right. Cashmere Black. Now, you know you done bumped your head. Cashmere Black, you got my phone number? Because I'm putting it up on the screen now, and I'm just reading what you said. And you know goddamn well that ain't true. You need to stop playing. Moise Watkins did not say that, man. Joyce Watkins didn't say that. That dude don't like me. I don't talk about people like that, but since I made a mistake and put it on the screen, that dude don't want to interview me. That dude don't like me. And I can name a handful of other people that just don't like my ass for whatever goddamn reason. Cool. But no. And if he really wanted to do that, he got my phone up. He would have called me. All right. Transmutation. You're talking about alchemy. Take one from changing it into... Okay, transmutation, yes, but we'll talk about that later on. As a matter of fact, that's in my alternative black studies course. Am I right, Quan? So transmutation of energy, vibration, thoughts, and that kind of thing. It's in the alternative black studies course. Sign up. All right. Yeah. No, we're not going to do the 6th grade thing by talking about dude, but just y'all already know that. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all already know the drama I went through several years ago when he wanted to go after that blah blah chick, and he just called me out like, Professor Griff hasn't been part of Public Enemy in 20 years. My people called him and says, like, what you talking about, dude? You don't think you owe Griff an apology? Ever since then, he wanted to stick his chest out and act like he a tough guy, so I'll oblige. I invited him to Decatur Boxing Gym, and nothing happened. Listen, my man Biggs owns a boxing gym. Me and my wife used to train under DJ Nabs. And he can come on down. Your man DL can come on down. the other fat, short, stubby dude that think he a producer, he can come on down. There's a few other ones on the list. Yeah, I'll take them all in one night, not at the same time. I'm just knocking them down. I'm giving them like 3, 4, 5 rounds apiece. I'm not bragging, but yeah, get something off your chest rather than going on your channel and running your mouth about Griff. Just come on, man. Make it happen. Anyway, let's move forward. Akon. Wow. Akon said black people in America should get over slavery. Akon is raising some eyebrows here in America doing an interview with Vlad TV. Here we go with Vlad again. So with this Vlad thing, we got to look into that. Akon said black people in the United States should let go of the past. What do y'all think about that? No, we're not doing any Muay Thai. Just straight boxing. Leave your feet on the ground. All right? Ali Muhammad says Akon wants us to just let slavery go. What is he? Teddy Pendergrass or something? He need message to the black man in America. Quick, fast, PDQ, pretty damn quick. All right. You're right, Charles Williams. I see the pattern now developing with Vlad. All right. We're going to have to address that in a minute. Yeah, Kim. Yeah, I don't want to mention his name because he might hear me and get upset and then start running his mouth again. Can't do that. Akon need to worry about how to stop them from enslaving Africans. No, he said they don't have that problem in Senegal. Is it Senegal? Yeah, in Africa. So basically he's telling black people, we need to let it go. I heard something today that was very interesting, I believe from Judge Joe Brown. Judge Joe Brown was talking about Kamala Harris, and he was like, these types of people that don't have black people's best interest at heart, they've never went through what our parents have went through. More than likely, they're from Africa or the Caribbean islands or other places, and they have not had the black experience. How true is that? How true is that? Does he really know the psychological effects of slavery? Does he really know the psychological effects of slavery? Kind of like, do we need to run it down to him? I don't think that's necessary, but yeah, it's like if he only knew the psychological effects of slavery, then I think maybe I don't think he would have kind of said what he said in the way that he said it. Let me see, what is this? Akon. Let's see what Akon had to say on Vlad. Let me see. Do I got sound anywhere? Do I have sound? I don't think I have sound. I don't think I have sound for people on IG, but we gotta play it anyway. Let me share the screen. And I don't think Vlad is Teddy Pendergrass, so let me get that off the screen. Thanks, Ali Muhammad. We appreciate that. We're gonna make that bigger like that. And let me see. We're gonna play it.
Yeah,
that's crazy, man.
How do Senegalese really feel about slavery and what happened? Because there are a lot of very foul people involved in the slave trade. There was, of course, Europeans, Jews and whites were involved, but Africans were involved in it as well. They were selling off their enemies, the enemy tribes, and making their money and so forth. Like, how was slavery really looked at out there?
Well, in Senegal, we've kind of overcome the thought of slavery. We don't even think
Senegal, we've kind of overcome the thought of slavery.
We're doing tours at Rhode Island. Outside of that, people have lived and moved and way beyond the slavery.
Okay, hold on. Stop. I can't do that like that. I got to give y'all some sound because I got to get... Anyway, let me stay focused. This kind of stuff really upsets me because I'm thinking of all of the people that have given credit to people like Akon for all the things that he's done. I'm thinking this is kind of basic. Slavery is kind of should be basic conversation in the household, and we should know the ins and outs. I have some information I'd like to give Akon if he'll accept it. Maybe Akon could read Joy DeGrew's work or listen to Joy Leary on YouTube. Joy DeGrew, Joy Leary on YouTube. Post-traumatic slavery syndrome. There's a few other people that he could study if he really wants to get an idea about the psychological effects of slavery. He could study Dr. John Henry Clark. There's a lot of scholars that discuss and talk about the slave trade. Professor Jeffries, Professor Leonard Jeffries, Professor Smalls, and there's a few other people. So, yeah.
How do Senegalese really feel about slavery and what happened? Because, you know, there were a lot of very foul people involved in the slave trade. There was, of course, Europeans, you know, Jews and whites were involved, but, you know, Africans were involved in it as well. They were selling off their enemies,
Africans,
you know, the enemy tribes and making their money
enemy tribes in slavery. Can somebody put up some documentation of that just for a few minutes so I can keep my head straight? Hold on for a second. Hold on. I just need some information. I'm not being disrespectful. I am looking for a chord so I can play this. Can somebody please give me some information that supports that particular notion? Please give me the name of a book. Put the name of a book up. Can someone do this? Where's this chord? Hold on. Here you go. All right, so I need the name of a book or information that shows and proves black people sold black people into slavery. Can someone please, I'm begging you, help me out, family. Help me out. I just got to plug up this wire real quick, family. Hold on. I'm going to get back to Akon. All right, now I got some juice. Let me finish playing, but I'm waiting on the book. Can anybody put any information up? Can somebody email me? SiriousMindsInfo@gmail.com. I want to know. I want to read it for myself that black people sold black people into slavery. I want to see this myself.
How was slavery really looked at out there?
Well, in Senegal, we've kind of overcome the thought of slavery. We don't even think about it. The only time we think about it, honestly, is when we're doing tours at Good Island. You know, outside of that, people have lived and moved and way beyond the slavery concept and idea and mind state.
Right, because in Senegal, you actually know your history. You can trace your family back 100 generations, whatever else. You still have your names, your real names. You're not named Johnson,
and Jackson
and Washington, and all the other slave owners that were the presidents who had slaves during that time, Jefferson,
you know,
and so forth. Yeah, but you guys actually have your history, and that was the whole thing of walking around Senegal. People just felt, this was the first time I felt black people just felt comfortable, and with no type of disease. You know, I mean,
I think it's also the art of just letting the past go. And moving towards the future. And I think in the US, they have this stigma of just not letting go of the past and blaming the past on every mishap or, you know, disappointment. And I think as long as you hold on to that past, it's just a lot of weight that you carry with you everywhere you go. The past and blaming the past on every mishap or, you know, disappointment. And I think as long as you hold on to that past, it's just a lot of weight that you carry with you everywhere you go. And it's hard to move forward and move fast when you got to, you know, weight on your back. You just got to let it go.
There's also been no reparations. And there's been, you know.
Yeah, but unfortunately, man, like.
Before we get into that bit of conversation about reparations and that kind of thing, what do y'all think about what Akon said? Once again, I asked last night, and I don't want to just kind of go off and go into this thing. So what do y'all think about that? Is it possible, first of all, for black people to let slavery go, to get it out of our system? All right. Not only that, have any other people ever forgotten about their past? Okay. Bad vibes forever. Okay, I got you. All right. Can someone please? I'm still waiting on the book. I'm still waiting on the title. I'm still waiting on the information. But if no other people have let their past go, right? And other people have received reparations. Almost everyone that has had that traumatic experience, all right, have received reparations. And reparations, Black people, brothers and sisters, family, listen to me, please. Reparations is more than a check. Reparations is more than a job. Reparations is more than education. So if you really do not know what you're talking about, could you please just shh when it comes to the conversation of reparations? All right. I get tired of seeing you on these platforms and on these panel discussions. And you talk about, well, reparations, it should be in the form of education. Stop. The education that we're receiving now ain't no damn good. What's more miseducation going to do? So stop that. No. No. No, no, no. All these other people, what does that mean, holistic traveler? I don't even understand what that means. Maybe you're talking to somebody else, but I don't even understand what that means. But no other people on the planet that went through this particular period, and keep in mind, no other people ever went through what Black people have went through. Well, some people say, well, the Irish were enslaved, but the Irish still kept their name, language, culture, God, religion, right? So can we not do that, man? So let's keep that in mind. Luis Muhammad said America is built on the past, so it continues to go forward. I don't even understand what that means. You can't, you got to, Word to the wise. They say we let it go. It is the day our enemies are found not guilty. As long as I have breath in my body, I will remind their asses of their wicked treatment of my ancestors. Thank you, thank you, thank you, souls of our ancestors. Thank you. Thank you. How America First Settlers Invented Chattel Slavery. And in that book by David O'Rourke, that's going to teach me how Black people sold other Black people into slavery. Okay, I'm going to get that book. America's First Settlers Invented Chattel Slavery by David O'Rourke. Got you. Don't bullshit me and have me spend my money. And David O'Rourke is not giving me that valuable lesson. Name me a people that have been through what Black people have been through. All right? Over 400 and some odd years of having our name, language, culture, God, and religion stripped from us. All right? Dragged, put in the holes of ships. All right? Brought to America. All right? And some of the worst treatment that any people could ever endure on the planet. They've killed Black people every way imaginable. And for years, 400 years at least. And then Akon, LL Cool J, Raven Simone, and a few other people, Common, and a few other people are like, we should just let slavery go. Wow. 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 I am curious, can someone please let me know what other people let their history go? All right. The thing we're doing in the Alternative Black Studies course is we're understanding who and what we are as who we are as a people prior to the transatlantic slave trade. and not only the negative aspect of black people. All right. Kendra, thank you very much, Kendra. Really appreciate that, sis, for the donation. Where is the book? Do I have it down here? No, I do not. The idea though of this letting it go. What part of slavery do Akon don't understand that no people just lets it go? There are people that have built libraries and museums across this planet. All right. They have Memorials Day every damn year in America to memorialize the people that have fought, bled, and died to make America, quote unquote, not so good. All right. But they memorialize their killers every single year. And you mean to tell me we have to let slavery go? Let me just ask some basic questions and y'all could just answer these questions for me. And this is just off the top of my head. Please bear with me. How can we let slavery go when we still wearing the white man's names? Help me out. Shout out to Black Dot. Jam Master Jay's killers arrested. Okay, we're going to talk about that too. All right. Answer, come on, talk to me. All of y'all that are on here right now, and don't be ashamed, I'm not calling y'all out. All of y'all that are on here right now with the white man's name, talk to me. The Griffins and the Smiths and all these other Johnson and Jones and Williams and Hill and all these other people, these names. Tell me, how you going to let it go? That's question number one. Nope, don't shy away. Don't start calling Professor Griff names. All right. Question number two. How you going to let slavery go and every Sunday you go to Reverend Pigfoot's church, Pastor Fatback, and you got to see the white Jesus? You probably got a white Jesus hanging on your cross, on your neck right now. How you going to let it go when you can't even let that go? How you going to let it go when you can't let the colonized image of Jesus or Christ or God in your mind go? How is that? How you going to let it go? Because every time you close your eyes for more than 5 seconds, the white image of Jesus comes up because it's been ingrained in us. How you going to let it go when we go to communicate to one another, even with Akon on Vlad's interview on his platform, speaking to Vlad in what language? The enemy's language, English. Am I right? Am I right or wrong? He didn't go in there speaking Senegalese, now did he? Come on, talk to me. Humbly speaking from Professor Griff and the Sirius Mindz family, Akon, you don't just let it go, bro. It doesn't work that way, man. There was a system that was put in place, all right, to dumb black people down, to rob us of the knowledge of self, to rob us of God. They didn't bring slaves over on the ship. They brought engineers, they brought scientists, they brought warriors over, and then brought us over and broke us and made us slaves. They didn't bring slaves over on the ship. Black futurism said our past history in slavery embodies the greatness of the only people on earth that can overcome adversity, much as enslaved Africans in America. Yeah, you're right. Kanye West said it also. That we should just kind of let it go. Wow. Right now, can we take a moment and everybody put up the number one question that you would want to ask Akon? I'm going to give y'all a minute because I'm going to finish with what he said.
It's not like America is going to take the initiative to do it. I mean, otherwise they would have did it already. Yeah. You know, Indians got reparations. The Jewish got reparations for Holocaust, and it wasn't even done in America.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Italians got reparations.
Italians got reparations. I mean, Japanese got reparations.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, it's to the point now where African Americans have to really understand their worth and realize that America was never or intended to ever, you know, consult or even make up for any of that. They're not sorry. They don't care.
Yeah.
It's obvious. So do you want to stay here and continue to be treated this way, or just go?
Yeah, it sounds more and more. Okay, Dark Matter Think Tank. Question number 1 for Akon. Why haven't the colonizers left Africa until this day? Wouldn't that prove that they are still trying to enslave our people? Not only enslave us physically, but enslave us spiritually and mentally. Index 854 said, how can you open your mouth to speak about stuff you don't know? Okay, I guess we can send that message to Akon. Jaheem Muhammad, peace, good brother. What's good with you? How will we stop the Chinese and other people from taking over need-based? I don't understand that. I don't understand. How will we stop the Chinese and other people from taking over need-based utilities in Africa? Okay. Akon, how were we supposed to let go of what was never ended? Wow. Remarkable. Plain clone. Garland Tracy says, are you an agent or a coon or a con? I'm not sure if it's coon or con. These are not my questions, Akon. All right. Who else? Akon, did your family and ancestors really struggle like black people in America? Ask Akon, why is he hanging out and supporting a snitch like 6ix9ine? Whoa. Undiluted TV said, ask Akon, why is he hanging out with and supporting a snitch like 6ix9ine? Okay. Ask Akon if he believes in Jesus, then I know where he stands. Okay. Ask him the Jesus question. How do you forgive someone who won't even ask for forgiveness, Akon? I'm asking questions. These are not my questions. The Dream Chaser. Why hasn't any country in Africa held slave nations accountable? I think they have. We need to go back and look at the assassination of Patrice Lumumba and other people. All right. Akon, how can we forget about slavery when people in America still catching hell? Akon, come over here. Or Akon came over here and made some money and lost his mind. Okay. Akon, how dare you say we need to let go of slavery? Are you out of your mind? Wow. Okay. They're asking you, are you out of your mind? All right. Okay. All right. Okay. This is what's on the people's mind, Akon. When we see you there on Vlad TV and you make statements like, let it go, that becomes very problematic for black people. And if you haven't had the experience, and if you haven't lived among us to even watch black people and how we move, how we wrestle with this white-mindedness, have you ever experienced a real, like Uncle Tom, like a real coon? I'm talking about a Negropean. Have you ever? Because if you have, I'm sure if we let slavery go, and by saying that, you're saying not only let slavery go, we got to let the people off the hook that actually enslaved us. All right. See, reparations is key, because inside of the word reparations means repair. Who's going to repair black people? Sabrina says, whose payroll is Akon on? For making such a statement. Someone else said, did Akon say that to Jewish people? He has a Jew sitting across from him. That's a question, Akon. Did you ask Vlad to ask his people to let the Holocaust go? That's what someone is asking. Yeah. So let's hear it. I'm going to back it up a little bit further. Let's hear it again.
And way beyond the slavery concept and idea in mind state.
Right, because in Senegal, you actually know your history. You can trace your family back 100 generations, whatever else. You still have your names, your real names. You're not named Johnson,
and Jackson,
and Washington, and all the other slave owners that were the presidents who had slaves during that time, Jefferson, and so forth. Yeah, but you guys actually have your history, and that was the whole thing of walking around Senegal. People just felt, this was the first time I felt black people just felt comfortable, and with no type of disease. You know, I mean,
I think it's also the art of just letting the past go and moving towards the future. And I think in the US, they have this stigma of just not letting go of the past and blaming the past on every mishap or, disappointment. And I think.
Did I hear that right? Did he say it's an art? The art of letting it go, letting the past go? Who else is an artist that has this art, Akon? That's my question. I'm just asking. I'm being respectful. All right. Who else has this art? Who's mastered this art form of letting it go, bro? I'm just curious. Yeah. Does anybody have in front of them the book, How White Folks Got So Rich? Does anyone have that in front of them? Can somebody pull that up? How White Folks Got So Rich? And if you have an extra copy, as a matter of fact, I got a few donations on here tonight. I will buy Akon a copy. All right. If somebody can get me an address on, dude, I can. There's some donations that came through. A couple of people sent $20. I could get it and give it to them. How White Folks Got So Rich. Let's stop for a second. Can everyone pull that up on your phone or your computer?
As long as you hold on to that past, it's just a lot of weight that you carry with you everywhere you go. And it's hard to move forward and move fast when you got to, weight on your back. You just got to let it go.
Do you wake up in the morning and think about slavery? Because I don't. I understand. I studied slavery. I studied our history. So I know what I begin to do is kind of undo the damage that slavery has done to our people. All right. So you're talking about this art of letting it go. I want to know what other people have mastered this art of letting it go, man. Please help me out. You're right, man. We carry Shah of Ogun. We carry our ancestors everywhere we go. We are our ancestors. Black Labor, White Wealth, Dr. Claude Anderson. Can you read that book? Does anybody have the book, How White Folks Got So Rich? Could somebody Google it? As a matter of fact, I'll Google it. All this daggone technology for it. How White Folks Got So Rich. Can y'all see this on the screen? Yeah. How White Folks Got So Rich. Get the book. This is the untold story of American white supremacy. How white folks got so rich. All right. The architecture of white supremacy. How white folks got so rich. And there's so many books like this. There's so much documentation that Akon and other people like LL Cool J and other people, yeah. And this book right here is so deep. White fragility, pardon me. Why is it so hard for white people to talk about racism? If we let it go, Akon, the idea of a system called racism, white supremacy, if we black people let it go, let slavery go, and we move forward like you claim that we can't do, will white people still try to enslave us? Will the system of racism, white supremacy still be in place? A system that hinders black people. It hinders the best of us. Wait a minute. Did not Barack Obama spend 8 years in the White House? And did not the system of racism, white supremacy neutralize him in everything that he tried to do? We're not talking about the people that haven't had our experiences. We're talking about everyone else. But Barack Obama did not have our experience. He had a white mama and an African daddy. He did not have our experience. All right? I'm not talking about Kamala Harris. She did not have our experience. She grew up in Canada somewhere around white people. She came back to America to go to college. And since then, in her 40 some odd years in the position that she was in California, hated black people. Help me out, man. The history of slavery is online. It's not hard to find. Yeah, how many people have seen what is the sister name? Who did the movie 13? DuVernay? Is that her last name? I mean, have we seen these films? They're out there for people to watch. How do you think America thrives? I mean, are we familiar how America thrives? The whole idea on how America was built, it was built on Ava. Thank you very much. Thank you, sis. It's built on slavery. America was built by black people who were enslaved. Ava DuVernay. Thank you. I'm trying to understand and be sympathetic and empathetic to a small degree, because everything in me is like, man, stop, Akon, stop, bro. You smarter than that, man. Racism, white supremacy is interwoven into the fabric of America. So even if we just right now, tomorrow, stop and forgot about slavery, that system will trample all over us. Because we're still feeling the psychological, the economical, the psychic, and the spiritual, and the physical wounds and scars of slavery. You just can't forget about that. I had a tracheotomy done when I was 2 years old. 2. I was very self-conscious after that point. And up until a few years ago, I was still self-conscious. If you don't know what a tracheotomy is, you don't know what that operation is, look it up. But just for the people, for this conversation, if y'all don't know, I had an operation here. You can see the scar. They had to open my throat up. And for a long time, I always used to do this. It became a habit. For a long time, I wore turtlenecks. I don't give a fuck what, summertime, I used to wear turtlenecks. It was just a self-conscious habit. I was in the street, banging it out, and got some bumps and bruises and scars, which y'all probably, because you don't know me, you haven't seen, but it becomes a self-conscious thing after a minute. All right. I got my head opened up. All right. Dude he broke a bottle and tried to stab me. I blocked it. It opened my whole arm up. I can't show you the scar now, but it's right here. That's how come every time you see me, I'm never wearing short sleeves. Every once in a while. But I'm self-conscious of that. I had my head opened up. Right here. You can still see the scar. You know, fighting in the street. Stab wounds and all kind of stuff. I'm still self-conscious about these things. Now, you know, if I got 3 or 4 scars on my body that won't go away and that remind me of my kind of traumatic past in dealing with these kind of issues in the streets of New York, can you imagine 400 years of having your child ripped from you and sold down the river? Your name changed, you separated from your family, you just slavery, period. We can run it down, but slavery, period. Can you imagine 400 years of that? So I've endured people's jokes, and I never really let on that these were the reasons why a lot of times y'all see me, I always have my hat over the scar. I'm sure some people have recognized that. 1 or 2 people have brought it to my attention. But in a joking way, man, you old ass dude, why you still wearing your hat backwards? It's a self-conscious thing. You understand what I'm saying? I started wearing a hat some time ago because people used to touch my hair and I didn't like that. And this whole idea of good hair. I'm like, what the fuck is good hair? Everybody has good hair. Hair don't have no fucking moral quality to it. The fuck is good hair? You see, Akon, that's the thing we suffer from. Because this is the thing that they did to us. You understand what I'm saying? So, no, what is good hair? Hair is hair. Everybody on here got good hair. So, right. So, yeah. I know Flavor called me the 5 fingers of death, but it's these self-conscious things that even at 60 years old, it's hard for me. I have physical scars that it's hard for me to get around without being mindful. Damn, I said, damn, it's almost 9 o'clock. I got to do this Serious Minds thing. I don't know who's going to be on. So let me put a hat to cover up my scar. Let me cover up the scars. You understand what I'm saying? It's a self-conscious thing. But can you imagine slavery? Right, Quan. Ask any cancer patient, man. Ask anybody that ever been. There's words that trigger women that have been molested and raped. And you understand what I'm saying? Can you imagine? Can you imagine, though? All right. CL Fro Style. Thank you, sis. Can you imagine, though? No, you just can't let slavery go. It's a process, man. We have to heal. That's what reparations for. The root word to reparations, the R-E, meaning to go back, to do over. Reparations, to repair. Inside of the word reparations is repair. We have to repair an entire human being and bring that human being back to themselves. It's going to take land. It's going to take time. It's going to take energy. It's going to take money. It's going to take a different education, not this education in America, to get us back. All right. So the whole idea of forgetting, no, man, it just doesn't work that way, Akon. And I'm saying this in a real humbly brotherly kind of way, bruh. It just doesn't work. If you need some information, call me 678-557-2919. But it doesn't work that way, man. It really don't. So I'm going to buy the book, How White Folks Got So Rich. All right. And matter of fact, it's right here on eBay. I think I can afford that. All right. Whichever version you want, man. We can make it happen. I can go on Amazon and find it. How White Folks Got So Rich. There's a Kindle version. Yeah, we can make it happen. To get this book in his hand. And then we can kind of outline some things and give Akon an education about the transatlantic slave trade. All right. So if Akon is sitting on Vlad's show saying that all these other people were involved, how come Akon don't start a campaign to hold all these people responsible for putting us into slavery, starting with Vlad? Can we do that? Let's start there. The repair should begin there. So the idea of forgetting about slavery, that can't happen just yet. The idea of studying slavery, putting a committee and a council together to study, which we've already had. I know, I'm just saying. We studied slavery. We studied who's responsible. And yes, some of them African countries, whatever their involvement was, will be one of the countries, all right, that's going to help repair black people that's here. All right. But know this, Akon. If you were walking down the street and I was walking down the street, the police in America would shoot you down just as quickly as they would shoot me down. Because they don't know you from Senegal or wherever you're from. They don't know you Senegalese. Senegalese look just like a brother from fucking Detroit or Chicago or Alabama. Same people. Same people. Now, I resent the fact that basically he reduced slavery down in Africa to a touristy kind of thing. Wow. How many people have been to the Holocaust Museum anywhere in America? The many that they have. I've been to a few. They don't take stuff like that lightly, man. All right. If Akon would have said that about Jewish people, do you realize how up in arms Jewish people would be right now? Mama Keys says separation of families during slavery was one of the most cruel and horrific, inhumane acts ever done to our people. And that is true. How do you just forget that, man? When babies were torn away from their mom, never to see them again. You know that there's a yearning inside right now for me to connect back with my grandfather's grandfather. I want to know who he was. I want to know what our original names were. I want to be able to speak my original language, my tongue, my mother tongue. No, y'all never thought about that? Y'all never had that kind of? Wow. So I'm just saying, maybe he'll see this and maybe he'll think twice. And maybe he can go back on Vlad or whatever platform and like, look, you know, I deeply apologize for the comments I made about black people in America and slavery. I was ill-informed and I'm going to get with Professor Griff and we're going to study. Thank you. My phone number is 678-557-2919. I need to take Professor Griff's Alternative Black Studies course. For real. These people talking about, let's just forget. I heard Common say that. I heard LL Cool J say that. I heard Raven Simone and Lil Wayne. And these people, man, those are foolish statements, bro. For real. Can you imagine if all of us remembered? And we force these people to put it in the educational system, all right, and teach slavery the way it really happened, and who's responsible in elementary school, in grade school, in high school, and on a college level. You right, Sheila. Where you at? Sheila Strong says we take a lot of disrespect as a people. We take a lot of disrespect. Well, Sheila, just to let you know, I put a stop to that the other day, last week with D.L. Hughley. I'm not taking no more disrespect. If it's a discussion that you want to have, but yeah, nah, we can have a discussion, but I'm not taking no more disrespect. Listen, family, I'm going to die anyway, so I'm not taking no more disrespect, man. Why? Oh, yeah, Common Ben said that. About we should just kind of forget about slavery. I can't find it. Common response to Kanye's rant about slavery and drug addiction. Common discusses documentary 13. Common was on a talk show. I forget which late night talk show he was on. I used to have it in my lecture. And he talked about, we should just forget about slavery. Yeah, I mean,
Kanye West has gone too far, finally? I don't know. Yesterday, he did what I am interpreting as viral marketing for the upcoming season of Drunk History, where he was giving his thoughts on slavery. He said this, when you hear about slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice. You was there for 400 years and it's all of y'all, we're mentally in prison. And so he said that. And
now this is not Common, this is Kanye West. I'm going to pull up comments in a minute.
And a lot of people had an issue with that and felt that saying that all of these millions of slaves had effectively consented to being imprisoned for hundreds of years, considering the historical context, and we'll get into all the laws and the brutal crackdowns on slave revolts and things like that. He clarified his position, on Twitter, saying, "My point is for us to have stayed in that position, even though the numbers were on our side, means that we were mentally enslaved." And despite that clarification, the criticism continued from people who study slavery and people who feel like that was an absurd thing to say. Once again, I am being attacked for presenting new ideas.
Oh, man. Since Common has been in Cali, he's been acting beige lately. Okay, Mr. Visionary. Celebrities who say forget slavery have been compromised. Wow. Do they understand what happened to the Native American? Black people here? Anyway. We have to do the best job we can do at educating our people. Don't stop, brothers and sisters. The Kanye West and the Commons and Akons and the rest of them have to be educated. Obviously, when they get up with white people up there and, start toying around with them, get a little chump change coming their way, yeah, they start to get moist in the brain and they tend to forget. But we need to remind them. This is Professor Griff on Sirius Mindz, RNTV. I love y'all to life, man. We got to do. Tiffany Haddish wanted a white dude and said Common was close enough. Wow. So-called celebrities think they're risen above the conditions of the people. Yeah. All right, family. Check out my Alternative Black Studies course. All right. If you have ordered a book from me, can you please give me a phone call? 678-557-2919. All right. Urgent inquiry. Thank you. Sorry, please. Okay. Love you all to life. I got to get ready to get out of here. I got some work to do. I got this remix popping off for this video that I'm about to shoot. Yeah, it's like on and popping for real, y'all. Hold on for a second. I had it. Well, I don't know what happened. Yeah. So I've been busy all day working on this daggone remix. And it gets, yeah. You can get carried away with it sometimes. All right, here it is. You can definitely get carried away with it. But hey. Let's go. I'm gonna make some of it. Living in the days of the torture. All right, peace, family. I gotta go. Getting out of here.